Pleasant afternoon to every one of you. So, PAS number 19, which is the employees benefit. Ano ba yung employees benefit? Basically, ang government, ang employees benefit, ito yung kakayahan ng employer na makapagbigay ng benepisyo doon sa kanilang mga empleyado. It is a return of the service rendered by the employees to their employers. Okay? Ito yung mga kapalit or pwedeng ibigay ng company or ng entity sa kanyang mga empleyado because of what he did for the company or yung naibigay niyang services. Employees benefit can be both monetary, and it can also be non-monetary. Kapag sinabi nating monetary, it can be under payables or maging receivables mo, or pwede din naman under checks, or pwedeng cash on bank, or pwedeng ibigay sa'yo through cash. Paano kapag sinabi nating non-monetary? Kapag non-monetary, basically ang computation niya, again, ang computation niya is yung cashes ay yung mga goods and services mo is equivalent to doon sa worth ng nirender mong services. Now, the recognition of your employee's benefit is expense when the service was already rendered and it was paid. Again, it is recognized as an expense if the service was rendered and it was already paid. It is a payable or a liability if it is already rendered but not yet paid. Okay? So may apat na categories ang ating employees benefit. Ano yung apat na categories na yon? The number one is the short-term employees benefit. Pangalawa is post-employment benefit. Pangatlo naman is yung other long-term employees benefit, at yung pang-apat is yung termination benefit. Unahin natin si short-term. Si short-term, kailangan siyang payable or payable siya within 12 months. Kailangan mong maibigay or mabayaran siya within 12 months. So, ano-ano yung mga kasama under sa short-term employee benefit? Number one, andyan si salary and wages. Number two, andyan din si bonuses, profit sharing and bonus plan. Number three is yung paid absences. Paid absences, kasama yan dyan. So, unahin natin si salary and wages. Diba kapag nag-render tayo ng service, binabayaran yung ating sahod. Plus, kapag tayo ay isang empleyado, meron tayong tinatawag na mandatory payments or mandatory contribution. Yung mandatory contribution na yon, it benefit both the employee and the employer. Bakit nagbe-benefit si employer? Kasi once na may nangyari kay employee, hindi lahat or hindi totally na si employer yung sasagot. Meron siyang katuwang para mag-assist kay employee. Next, paid absences. Okay? Paid absences. Kapag sinabi nating paid absences, ito yung mga bagay or ito yung mga panahon na hindi pumapasok or hindi nagre-render ng services si employee pero he get paid. He get paid. Yan, nababayaran siya pero hindi siya pumapasok. Ano-ano ba yung mga kasama sa paid leaves or paid absences? Number one, andyan si vacation leave, which is 14 days yung allowable sa kanya, up to 30 days, pero yung kailangan lang ibalik sa kanya or pinaka-mandatory numbers of leaves na pwedeng bayaran into monetary is 5 days. So, we also have your sick leave. Meron tayong tinatawag na sick leave wherein yung sick leave naman is applicable lang siya kapag nakapagpasa ka ng mga hinihingi na requirements ni employer, such as medical certificate and proof of hospitalization. Next, kasama din po sa paid absences yung mga holidays. Yung holidays is meron siyang condition na kailangan pumasok ka before and after the holiday para mabayaran ka. Meron po tayong tinatawag na paternity leave, which is yung paternity leave is 7 days, while naman yung maternity leave is 28 days. Okay? Now, ano pa yung iba na under sa short-term employment benefit? Kasama din dyan yung profit sharing. Ano naman yung profit sharing? Sa profit sharing, ito yung both parties, okay? The employee and the employer, nakakatanggap sila ng kita. Okay? By rendering a service or by selling something. For example, si partner A or si employee A, nagtatrabaho siya sa isang salon. Yung profit sharing nila is 30-70, which is yung 30% na pupunta kay employee and then the 70% is na pupunta kay employer. Now, alam nyo ba yung mga nasa mall? Alam nyo yung mga nasa mall? Yung mga tendera ng phone sa mall? Have you heard about it? Meron kasi na kailangan silang ma-achieve na quota. Okay? May kailangan silang ma-achieve na quota wherein dapat ma-achieve nila yung quota na yon para makakuha sila ng profit share or ng commission or ng incentives. So kapag hindi nila nakuha yung target quota nila, ano lang yung matatanggap nila? Basic pay. Again, ang matatanggap nila is basic pay lang. So, if you are interested on doing that, so kailangan ma-reach mo yung quota mo. Now, paano yung mga real estate managers or brokers? Under ba sila ng incentive or commission kapag nakakabenta sila ng mga properties? Commission or incentives?
Commission po.
Commission. So, tatandaan niyo yan ha. In addition to that, pagdating sa bonus plannings, tatandaan ninyo na merong ibinibigay si government na exemption pagdating sa mga benefits. Pero, meron siyang hangganan na amount. Kapag tinawag nating fringe benefit, it is up to 90,000. Pag nag-exceed sa 90,000, again, pag nag-exceed sa 90,000, yung employer kailangan ng bayaran yung tax nung nag-exceed na amount. Kapag naman de minimis, wherein ang de minimis kasi allowances. Okay? Allowances. So kapag lumagpas siya ng 10,000, basically si employer kailangan niya na magbayad ng tax. Okay? So all of those are part of your short-term investment or employee benefit. Now, let's talk about the post-employment. Post-employment benefit. Ano ba si post-employment? Pag sinabi natin post-employment, you are already done rendering service to the employer. Okay? Tapos na yung pagre-render mo ng service kay employer. It's either na umalis ka na sa company or nag-retire ka na. Now, let's talk about retirement plans. Does everyone in the company have retirement plans? Lahat ba binibigyan ng opportunity to have retirement plans? The answer is yes. But there are some privileges na binibigyan yung ibang employees ng mas magandang opportunity for retirement plans, such as life insurance, and so on and so forth. Paano yun nangyayari? So, meron kasi tayong tinatawag na contributory and non-contributory pagdating sa retirement plan or sa benefit plan. Okay, unahin natin si contributory. Si contributory, both employee and employer yung nagbabayad doon sa benefit plan. Samantalang dun sa non-contributory, si employer lang yung nagbabayad ng benefit plan. Now, sa contributory, ang magandang example dyan is your SSS. Again, your SSS payment is contributory. Sa non-contributory naman, ito naman yung binibilhan ni employer sa third-party individual or third-party investment houses si employee ng retirement plan. Okay? Next, meron tayong tinatawag na funded and unfunded. Ano yung funded? Yung funded, it is a type of benefit plan wherein si employer nagpa-purchase siya ng benefit plan. Nagpa-purchase siya ng benefit plan na gumagamit siya ng third person or ng third individual. Kung saan monthly niya binabayaran yung benefit plan. Unlike yung unfunded, doon siya kinukuha sa mismong working capital or sa investing capital ng company. Okay? So, meron tayong dalawang general manager. Si General Manager A at si General Manager B. Si General Manager B at si A pumasok sa company noong 1980. Pareha silang na regular ng 1985. Si General Manager B at si A ay binilhan ng company ng worth 1 million pesos na benefit plan. Okay? Binilhan sila ng worth 1 million na benefit plan. Si B, si employee B, nag-retire siya after 40 years. Si General Manager A naman nag-retire after 45 years. Now, kanino yung mas may malaking funds? Kay A or kay B? Kanino yung mas malaki yung pinondohan ng employer? Kay A or kay B?
A, ma'am.
A. How about the others?
Both po. Parehas po.
Parehas. Bakit siya parehas? Kasi same amount lang yung binili na insurance. Hindi naman bumili ng magkaibang amount. Maaaring mas malaki lang yung mat-take home ni A kasi mas malaki na yung interest na napunta sa kanya. Pero yung principal amount kasi is kaparehas lang nung kay B. Do you get the point?
Yes po.
Okay.
Yes po.
Okay. So,
Yes.
lipat na tayo ngayon. Si retirement plan kasi at saka si benefit plan, tatandaan ninyo na all activities, okay? All activities should be recorded. Recorded siya. Dapat. From the date of the entering of the employee, pwede dapat siyang nakalista up to the last day of the employee. Kasi binibilang din dyan or binibase din dyan yung employee's benefit or benefit plan na makukuha ng employer. Some companies, they don't give their employees monetary benefit plan. Yet, ang ibinibigay nila ay stocks. Bakit? Kasi yung stocks daw kasi ay kumikita yearly. Ibig sabihin, it is a monthly investment of the employee. Okay? Now, punta tayo dun sa long-term benefit. Okay? Sa long-term employee benefit. So, ano ba siya? So, yun yung pagbibigay ng mga certifications, pagbibigay ng scholarship. Bakit siya naging long-term benefit? Kasi once na nabigyan mo ng scholarship si employee, magagamit niya yung pinag-aralan niya for a longest time. Okay? Magagamit niya yon para sa mahabang panahon. Hindi lang para sa panandaliang panahon. Again, magagamit niya ito for long-term benefit of both parties, not only the employer, but also by the employee. Okay? Next, investments. Some companies, they give investments to their employees. Now, termination plan. Termination, which is naalis ka sa trabaho. Ano ba yung makukuha mo when you get terminated? Of course, andyan si back pay. Okay? Iko-compute kung magkano yung total na naipon mo or yung cash band mo sa sa iyong employer. Okay? So basically, dyan umiikot yung ating employees benefit. Okay? Any questions, clarification?